The Zarkon Empire believed they ruled the stars. For thousands of years, no enemy ever scared them. Inside the main command ship, Vorik Prime, Captain Drail was relaxing, confident, and proud. His scanners watched every part of the galaxy. Nothing dangerous could ever arrive without warning. Nothing then. Something strange happened. A tiny dot appeared on the screen. An unknown fleet entering their space. The officer laughed. It looks like a small group of weak ships, Captain. But the dot was moving too fast. Faster than light speed tracking could measure. The scanners began to shake. The screen glitched. Captain Drail frowned. What technology can move like that? The officer tried to zoom in. The system refused. Error after error appeared. Unable to scan. Unknown energy signature. System reboot required. Captain Drail felt something he never felt before. A small, cold fear. The dot suddenly multiplied into many. Not one ship, but a fleet. Identify them. Drail shouted. The computer answered with only one word. Humans. Everyone went silent. Humans. The ancient nightmare. The forgotten enemy. The fleet kept coming, but their weapons were dark. No missiles, no lasers, no threats, only silence. Suddenly, every screen turned black. Lights flickered. Alarms screamed. Systems died. The Zarkon Command Center, the most advanced in their empire, was now blind. Captain Drail's hand shook as he whispered, Why? Why are they shutting down our systems without firing? The officer's voice cracked. Captain, if this is humanity, we should have never watched them come. Then a massive blue flash lit up the bridge window, and the human fleet appeared in front of them. Silent. Cold. Unstoppable. Captain Drail stared at the silent human fleet. Dozens, maybe hundreds of ships, large and small, all glowing with cold blue energy. But not a single weapon was activated. The Zarkon officers tried to regain control. Engine restart. Shield reboot. Anything. Nothing worked. Every command returned the same message. System offline. It was impossible. No enemy weapon fired, no attack detected, yet the entire command ship was dying. A young officer whispered, It is like they are inside our ships. In the distance, a giant human battleship moved forward. It had no sharp spikes or scary shapes. It looked simple, clean, beautiful. But everyone felt the power inside it, a power far beyond. Drail tried one last communication. This is Zarkon Fleet Command. Identify your... His voice stopped. His headset melted into static. Every communication device died at the same time. Panic spread like fire. Fighters outside the ship drifted helplessly. Their engines shut down. Mid-flight, pilots pounded their controls. Terrified. The main reactor dimmed to darkness. Even life support began to weaken. It was like the humans had turned off the entire universe. Captain Drail looked at the officer. How can they control our technology? The officer answered with fear in his eyes. They are not controlling it, Captain. They are denying us permission to use it. The human ship surrounded them, silently. The Zarkon fleet was trapped, alive, but powerless. Captain Drail felt his heart racing. He finally understood. Humans did not come to fight. They came to dominate. A voice trembled in the silent room. If this is just their arrival, what will their attack look like? The main human ship turned its lights toward their flagship, as if staring directly into Drail's soul. Captain Drail knew one thing clearly now. This human fleet was not weak. It was the most dangerous force he had ever seen, and they had not fired a single shot. Inside the dark command room, the backup lights flickered. An officer managed to open the ancient archive, a hidden file, thousands of years old. On the screen, a single message appeared. If humans return, do not provoke them. It was recorded by the first Zarkon Emperor, a warning passed through generations, ignored and forgotten. The message continued. They grow stronger when they are challenged. They never surrender, they never run. If they enter your space, remember, they choose mercy first. Captain Drail stepped back. Mercy? Was this mercy? Outside the window, the massive human battleship was now fully visible. Its hull carried old scars, marks of wars no one remembered. Symbols of Earth and its united forces glowed like burning stars. A terrifying truth hit Drail. These ships have survived battles older than our empire. Aliens had always considered humans as a tiny species from a tiny blue world. But this fleet showed something different. Humanity had conquered time. The officer looked at Drail, shaking. Captain, this archive says humans do not destroy planets anymore. Drail felt hope for a moment. Then they won't destroy us, right? The officer swallowed hard. No, Captain. It says they destroy entire civilizations at once. When forced. The bridge went silent. Every heart froze. Lights flickered again. A strange transmission started building, not from Zarkon systems, but directly from the human flagship. A message, a voice, human, deep, cold, final. Stand down, or disappear. The human voice repeated across every Zarkon ship. Stand down, or disappear. There was no anger in the voice, no emotion, just a cold fact. The Zarkon officers stared at Captain Drail. No one dared to speak. Humans didn't show power through explosions, they showed power through silence. Outside, the giant battleship slowly rotated. Every alien ship around it flickered like dying stars. Zarkon engineers tried desperately to restart something, anything. Try weapons. Try shields. Try backup engines. Nothing. Every system returned the same dead message. Access denied. Denied. Like the humans owned their ships. Captain Drail's throat tightened. We are not fighting them. They are deciding if we are allowed to live. A sudden pulse of blue light spread from the human flagship. Zarkon ships shook as a wave passed through them. It did not destroy. It exposed. Suddenly, every hidden weapon and secret communication system on Zarkon ships lit up, as if the humans saw everything inside their technology. A terrified officer whispered, "They see all our weaknesses." Drail realized something horrifying. Humans did not disable their systems. Humans rewrote the rules of their technology. His heart fell deeper when he heard the human voice again. "We grant you one chance. Retreat from Earth space now." One officer cried in fear, "They are giving us mercy." "Why?" Captain Drail answered, voice shaking. "Because for them, this is not war. This is a warning." Outside, the battleship's lights dimmed. The humans were waiting, judging, silent. Everyone knew what came next. If the Zarkon Empire refused, Captain Drail's heartbeat echoed in his ears. The human voice had given them a choice, and one that felt like a trap. Every officer stared at him. They were waiting for a command. They were waiting for hope. Drail opened a private channel to the Zarkon Emperor. Somehow, that line still worked. "My Emperor, humanity has returned." Silence, then a shaken voice replied, "Do not attack them. We cannot win." Drail felt the truth in those words. He turned to his crew. The massive human flagship glided closer. Its shadow swallowed their ship like a predator. A new message appeared on every screen. "You have 10 seconds to retreat or accept consequences," an officer shouted in panic. "Captain, what do we do?" Drail closed his eyes. Pride told him to fight, survival told him to run, but he remembered the ancient warning, humans give mercy first, only once. Drail stood tall and spoke clearly. "Order the fleet to retreat now." Officers acted fast, manually activating emergency thrusters. Ships slowly pulled away from the human circle. The countdown hit. 0, nothing happened, no attack, no destruction. Only silence. The human fleet watched them leaving, cold, calm, unstoppable. Drail felt humiliation and relief at the same time. A final message came from the humans. "You chose life. Do not come back." The human ships turned away, engines flaring like stars, faster than before. They vanished into the deep black. The Zarkon fleet drifted alone. Beaten without a battle, Captain Drail whispered, "We survived their mercy. But what happens when they show their strength?" His officer answered softly, "Then the galaxy will end." The Zarkon fleet limped away, silent and ashamed. No war songs, no pride, only fear. Every ship reported the same thing. Humans did not damage anything, yet everything felt broken. When they returned to Imperial Command, leaders demanded answers. "Where are your battle logs?" "There was no battle," Drail replied. "Then where are the human casualties?" "There were none." Where is our victory? Drayle lowered his head. We never had a chance to fight. The council chamber grew cold. Rumors spread like wildfire across the stars. Humans are back. Humans can shut down any empire. They destroy without firing. They choose mercy. First, races who once mocked Earth now erased old insults from their records. Stations removed no humans allowed signs. Border fleets doubled patrols. For fear, not safety. A frightening new name echoed everywhere. The Silent Death Fleet. Alien children whispered it like a monster story. Commanders studied it like a future disaster. Emperors lost sleep, wondering what if they return. Captain Drayle sat alone, staring into the stars. He kept thinking of the human voice. Stand down, or disappear. Was that a warning? Or a promise? A young officer stood beside him. Captain, what do we tell the galaxy?